What's up everybody, it's TILLA. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up your Solana trading bot for meme coins. Let's be real, we have people making hundreds, even thousands of dollars a day trading meme coins. So in this video, we're gonna cover everything. How to set up on Axiom Pro, how to get those instant fills, what filters to use, how to snipe like a pro, every single trick and tool that you need to know about. And if you're not already in my community, you're missing out. I go in depth on every single thing that you need to know with a full course on meme coin trading. Plus you'll get access to exclusive tools, faster Twitter monitors, faster wallet trackers. These things could cost you thousands. Go ahead, it's gonna be the first link in the description. Oh, and a quick heads up, Axiom Pro is also invite only right now. We're still in early access, so I'm gonna leave an invite code for you. It's gonna be the first link in the description as well. Go ahead and lock that in, guys. So let's dive in and get you set up with everything. In this video, I'm going to show you how to gain access to Axiom Pro. And the first thing that you're going to do on setting up is you're going to connect your Phantom wallet. You're going to connect your Phantom wallet. It's going to give you a recovery key. Once it gives you that recovery key, you're going to go to your Phantom and you're going to add or connect a wallet and you're going to import that recovery phrase. You're going to press paste and it'll paste all the words into it. Now, once you do that, you're going to name it Axiom Pro and then you'll have your Axiom wallet synced up with your bot in your Phantom. Okay, so you'll have your Axiom wallet in your Phantom wallet, mobile, Google Chrome extension, and you can manage your trades, you can deposit, and you can withdraw straight from your Phantom and you don't have to be bound to Axiom. Now, another way you could just deposit straight through here as well. It's going to be the same wallet address. Once you import it, you can deposit or buy Solana through here as well. So that's how you're going to set up your Axiom Pro. Pretty simple. Just make sure you do that step so you have your Phantom connected to your Axiom as well, and then you'll be all set. Once you deposit, you'll be ready to trade and you can move on to the next step. Okay guys, so this is how you trade on mobile with Axiom Pro. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go to Phantom, just like so. You're gonna make sure you're signing in with the same wallet that you created the account with. Not the recovery phrase, your Axiom Pro wallet. You're gonna sign in with the main wallet, your first initial wallet that you created the account with. So you'll click this search bar, you'll type in axiom.trade. I already have it bookmarked here. And then once you logged in, you'll see Dex Screener, you'll see trending, and you'll see pulse, right? So you can have like whatever filters you have would automatically be in your account. And basically what you'll do is you'll just click whichever one you want to get in on, and you can choose the amount you want to buy, press buy, and you're in, sell, you're out. You can put limit orders, advanced, whatever the case, and you can manage your account like so here. So once you're set up on Axiom, you're going to see you click on the home page and it's going to take you to discover. So this is the first thing that you want to see. It's going to give you an overview of what's going on in the markets. And it's pulling straight from Dex Screener. So basically, these are coins that already made it out of the pump fund trenches. These are coins that are doing numbers. These are coins that are usually going to be probably already hit millions of dollars of market cap. Okay, so you can kind of get a feel of what the meta is and what's trending in the past 24 hours. 6 hours, 1 hour, even past 5 minutes. And you can set certain filters. I usually like to use it as just something to, like I said, get an overview of the market, see what's trending all around as well. So if you look on Dex Screener, you can see here like Batcat, for example. You can see why maybe this is becoming like a big thing. So for example, you click on the X and you can see here, Batcat is a savior of the trenches, and that's on Meta. Lately, it's been this hyper rotational, you know, people getting wiped out, a lot of bad actors in the space, and I guess Batcat is here to save the day, right? It's a cute meta, it's a cool meta, and it had legs, and it looks like it could pick up probably all week if we're back to community and holding tokens and things of that nature, right? This is a good narrative here. So, you know, that's how you find narratives like that. And then you can see, I saw anglerfish. I actually kind of put in a bid on this, and anglerfish is the first fish, anglerfish, one of these type of fishes that swam up to the light, right? That's rare. Nobody has ever seen that. These are fish that stay in the dark. And you can see if you click on socials here, it's very viral on TikTok. 41K posts like thousands and thousands and thousands of views and likes and everybody's talking about it, these are mood dang numbers. Now, I'm not saying this is going to go mood dang market cap. That'd be nice, but you can kind of see the meta. You can see the narrative of what we're heading towards for the week. Crime dog, same thing. The whole meta is like crime, people losing, and the Solana trenches has been kind of crazy. So you can kind of see that here. This is what the market feels like right now. This is a sentiment, right? Duolingo, we called this last week at 200K market cap, right? We did I think it hit almost 20 mil. That's 100x. So you can see what the narratives are and what's going on. Community token, 2.1 million, and you could get an idea of if it makes sense. You could look at what it's about, and same thing, like I said, hyper rotational market. We're trying to get back to community. We're trying to get back into holding coins and make memes great again type of thing. So you could get that idea on Discover. The reason why I know all this is because look, it's right here. You could see what's in the top, what's trending, what's running, and that's what you're going to use Discover for, an overview. And these are going to be usually less risky trades than what we're going to find in Pulse and in the trenches for real and scanning, because these are going to be higher market caps for the most part once it made it onto deck screener, unless you're looking for dips and things of that nature. And we could get into filters and stuff later, but usually you could keep filters off and just get an overview on Discover. So let's get into the next one. Okay, so in Pulse is the trenches. Pulse is where we're going to be scanning. Now, it's divided into 3 divisions: new pairs, final stretch, migrated. Okay, new pairs, every single second, you're going to see a new pair made. You're going to see copies. You're going to see scams. You're going to see rugs. There are tens of thousands of meme coins created every single day. And a lot of these devs are just looking for new aspiring traders, just like you probably, to dump on and rug and take your money. That's why we call this the trenches. You want to come out on top. You want to be able to scan bad pairs from good pairs. Now, if you can scan out bad pairs efficiently, that's 90% of work done. Now it's just the psychology of being able to stay in good pairs, hold, and all the risk management stuff that we'll go over as well. Now, new pairs is going to be where you see a lot of copies. Like, for example, let's see here. I just saw the crime dog again. Like, this has already been done. Seen that a bunch of times. Crime dog again. Like, you'll see over and over and over. The more you scan, you'll see the same things over and over. And by default, you'll have an idea of what not to click on. Grok 3, this has been made in the past 48 hours a million times probably, right? So you want to be able to be scanning every day, at least 4 hours a day if you want to take this seriously, right? And catch 10x, 20x, 30x runners, because what Pulse is, this is beta, right? This is a beta version of a meme coin. It doesn't become a real meme coin until it migrates. Once it migrates, that's when it goes into what's called a liquidity pool, okay? And for Solana, the Solana's main liquidity pool is called Radium, right? So you're going to hear these terms a lot. So once it migrates, it's getting put into the liquidity pool, and in the liquidity pool is where the meme coin can finally go parabolic, become something. Because once it hits the liquidity pool, this is where it gets on decentralized exchanges. This is where you'll see it on Deck Screener. This is where you can buy it on your Phantom app, where normies could get involved and all of these things. So that's when it's migrated. When it's migrated, you'll see it more in Discover in the millions and things of that nature. So new pairs mostly are going straight to zero. Okay, if you're scanning new pairs, you'll get a headache looking at this all day, but you'll get an eye for what to look for and what not to look for. Final stretch is when it's just getting close to bonding. Bonding is where it bonds into the Radium pool. Okay, so that's why it's called bonding. It bonds into the Radium pool. So final stretch is getting close to bonding and migrating into the Radium pool. Okay, so these are about to make it, just might make it, and then this is we made it. Okay, so in final stretch, you'll see a lot of coins. Look, Duolingo, we've seen this a bunch of times. This is obviously fake, right? So you'll be able to spot things automatically the more experience you'll get. But and then migrated is, okay, we made it. Now in migrated, you want to see them keep going higher, right? Sometimes they can migrate and go straight to zero. You want to see coins migrate and hold price and the community still grow, right? And if you can catch a coin at 100, 200, 300K market cap and it runs to 10, 20, 30 million, that's 10x to 100x that you just caught. And that's exactly how kids are catching 10x's every single day, like clockwork. A 5x is easy if you could understand pulse, if you can understand scanning, right? And then the better that you become, you'll start to catch those 10x's, 20x's, 50x's, and so on. So when you're on pulse, these are the things that you want to look for. You'll see top 10 holders. Okay, 42%, that's disgusting, right? For this to be in the green, it would be under 15%, right? Now, sometimes it'll be a little more, a little bit less. That's not a complete no-go, but you'll learn when to bend the rules and when not to, right? So 42%, that's disgusting, top 10 holder. Now, dev holding, he holds 3%. You usually want to see, especially in this type of meme coin, that the dev sold, right? Because this meme coin doesn't need a dev. So we usually want to wait for the dev to sell because there's no reason for us to hold and then the dev just dump on us. There's no reason. We don't need the dev in this specific situation. Maybe in AI coins or some type of utility coins, but I mean, that meta's been kind of dying out. Not that it's dead. It'll probably, come and go, but you want to see dev sold for the most part, unless the dev needs to be involved. Certain influencers maybe, or things of that nature. They'll usually either burn supply or whatever the case. So they'll be involved. Now you got snipers holding. Snipers are people who bought up supply right upon launch. So these are people that are going to dump on you later. You don't want to see this at a high number at all, right? Snipers usually just fuck up a whole project. Then you have insiders holding. Insiders are people who got supply but didn't buy supply. Okay, they got supply but they didn't buy supply. So they got supply sent to them. They're insiders, right? Or a person who sent it to another wallet, like whatever it is. These are people that have supply, they didn't buy supply. So that's not good for the chart either, because they can dump on the chart. And you can see here 76% insiders. This is going to nuke. You don't want to be in this coin. Everything else is green, but why is there 76% insiders? You got to ask yourself that. That's bad. Okay, and then we got bundles here. Okay, and this is why I recommend Axiom so much, because with all these other tools, you know, like Bullex or Photon or whatever, you got to use all these other bots to get the same information. Axiom is all right here. All right, so 62% bundle holding, that's not a good sign. Now, bundles is people who they buy up supply, but they distribute it into different wallets so that it appears organic, but it's really not. Okay, just so they could dump on you later as well. You don't want to see bundles. Okay, it could be the dev or it could be insiders who bundled up supply so that distribution looks organic, but it's really not. And usually you can see bundles right on the chart. So like if you open this up, go to the 1 second chart, it's a little bit advanced. I'm gonna show you guys this a little bit later, but you can see, look at this chart. That's a bundle. When you see in the first 2 seconds of a chart, a candle this big, that's one person who just bought up all the supply. Okay, that's a bundled buy, right? Look at the first 2 seconds of any chart. If it looks like that, that's unorganic, that's not real. This is gonna dump. Okay, and then look how unorganic this chart looks. This is a result of a bundle. Okay, and sometimes they're not this obvious, and that's why that tool is amazing, because it'll show you, right? And then sooner than later they're going to dump. Okay, so you want to be careful for things like this, right? If you could just stay away from things like this, you'd be good. Now you see volume and you see market cap. Okay, and it changes colors depending on how much volume there is, right? If there's a lot of volume, you'll see it turning blue, green, right? Different colors depending on how high it goes. Now, transactions, this is how many transactions were made on the pair, right? You see all green transactions. This is LARP, meaning fake, but you see 2,226 transactions, right? And then volume is just how much volume is in the chart, and usually this little number is going to be in the past 5 minutes. How much volume is there in the past 5 minutes? Buys and sells. Okay, now if you look here, these are the socials, right? You could click their website, you could click the pump fund, and then Axiom even has a quick search, right? So you could click this and it'll search the ticker on Twitter for you to see if it's legit or whatever the case is, right? And if you see, you know, a lot of people talking about said ticker, then that's another indication of volume. Okay, now here you see holders. There's 256 holders, and then how many pro traders are in the chart. Now, pro traders is how many people are actually trading with a bot, whether that's Photon, whether that's Bullex, Nova, whatever have you. Okay, and then you have dev migrations. This is how many times this specific dev has migrated a pair. Okay, you see this dev migrated one time, this dev migrated twice, right? And that's just an indicator if it's whether it's a good dev or not. Okay, and then you can see also their X and whether the X has been reused. Okay, now usually if the X has been reused, that's an indication that this is most likely a scam, especially in this. Look, Athena Labs, right? This is an AI project supposedly. Obviously that chart does not look organic. The chart is obviously bundled. We just went over this. So if you're looking at this and you're like, hey, look, this looks like a great play. Well, this whole thing is bundled to shit, and Athena Labs is not real because why would the Twitter be reused? Why were they called E Horizon XYZ a year ago, right? It would usually be a fresh account that they made specifically for Athena Labs. So this is how people scam, right? They make it look legit. They make it look fancy. They'll reuse the actual website maybe. Maybe this is the real website, but it's LARP. It's fake. Okay, so you want to be careful for things like this. All right, so this is how you're going to be scanning. Now, you can see here, you could blacklist devs. If you see a lot of devs tend to rug pull, or it's fake or it's bullshit, you could put in the developer address and add them to your blacklist, and they won't even come up. Okay, so you can see here dev tokens, and you could see like who's a dev, and I mean I'm getting ahead of myself here, but you can see who's a dev and what they're about, right? You could click their pump fund and get the dev's wallet address right here. Okay, get the dev's wallet address and you can add it to that, right? Because it's LARP. You don't want to see that person, right? Add it. Then look, it's gone. You won't even see their coins anymore. Now there's so many LARPs that I don't know how useful that would be, but you know, do your due diligence on that. Okay, now you can edit your display, large metrics, small metrics. Okay, I'm gonna keep mine on large. You could change the buttons, show hidden tokens. You can space the tables a little bit more. And then we got sniping. Okay, we'll go over this a little bit later, but you can snipe into pairs as they're migrating, because once a coin is migrating, you won't be able to touch it. Okay, so usually the market cap right now depends on Solana's price, but market cap right now at 69K, around 75K, it'll start to migrate. Now, once it migrates, you cannot, for about 10 to 30 minutes, you can't even touch the coin. It's migrating into the Radium pool to go on decentralized exchanges and all of that stuff. So you can't even touch it. So whether you're in a coin and you found out it's fake and you want to snipe out of the coin as soon as it migrates, or you missed the coin and it's already migrating and you know it's going to go to heaven, it's going to shoot up like crazy, you can snipe into the coin, right? And you can set up your slippage and priority fee and RPC if you want. This is more advanced stuff, which we're not going to go over now, but it's cool that Axiom actually even has that, right? So you can set your trading settings for your quick buys as well, right? So if you see something while you're scanning and you want to get in really quick, I have mine set to 1 SOL, but you could set it however you want, a 0.5, a 1, whatever the case is, and it will give you a really fast fill into the position of whatever ticker you're looking at. Okay, so this is basically what Pulse is. That's how you navigate it. Again, guys, new pairs, final stretch, and then migrate it. Okay, these are the coins that pretty much made it, might have potential. You want to see if they hold up. So I'm going to show you some filters that you can use to filter out a lot of the noise when you're looking at pairs, final stretch, and migrated. So if you go to new pairs, what I usually like to do is I'll go to metrics, and for market cap, I will go ahead and put 15, actually put 9,000 just to see a little bit more because the market's a little bit slow, but you could put 9,000 to 15,000. So all of those coins that are just going straight to zero, you're not even going to see them. You're only going to see the ones that are kind of starting to move up, you know, 9K and up, right? If you go to final stretch, especially when the market's hot, this is good. You could go to age, minutes, and put 45 to 60 minute age on there. I almost forgot. You want to only show pump fund. Get rid of moonshot, get rid of radium, right? Because pump funds are relatively safe. A lot of coins that launch on radium, developers could just pull the liquidity out and rug pull you in the classic sense. Pump funds, liquidity is always locked on pump funds, automatic, right? They launch as fair launches. So this is the best way to find new tokens. You want to look on pump. Okay, that's why we call it the pump fund trenches. That's why we trade pump. Now, if you go to final stretch, same thing, and you'll add that 45-minute maximum. Now, this will just filter out a lot of the farms and a lot of the bundled scams, because those usually take a lot of time. Now, it doesn't filter out everything. You see here, this is a scam, but it does filter out a lot. Now, if you go to migrated, what I like to do in migrated is I'll go to metrics and I'll go to market cap and just put at 60,000. Okay, 60,000. You can go 500K to a million and see what has a lot of volume, what's really running. But when I'm actively scanning, I keep it a little bit low because I want to catch some X's. But you know, the higher the market cap, the more safer it tends to usually be, because it has more holders, it has more community around it, things of that nature. But it would obviously be less X's. You would maybe get a 2x or a 3x, maybe even a 5x. But if you catch it lower, that's where you're getting the, you know, 10x's, 20x's. So that's what you want to look for. You know, this is going to show you what's holding up, right, above 60K. And again, you'll see some LARP. This is obviously LARP. And then there's other things. I could do research on this, see what this is about. You know, distribution looks clean, it's holding up. And we'll go to scanning later in the course. But those are some filters that you can put that will pretty much filter out a lot of the noise for you guys. So we'll get more advanced on filters, but for now, I think this is the best setup that you can use. Let's go over analytics. If I click on any given ticker, right, you want to understand the analytics of the trade. So like I said, there's top 10, dev holdings, snipers, insiders, bundles. This is bundled to shit. Holy moly. LP burn. Now, what Axiom also shows you is DEX pay. Now, this is a really cool feature. Again, no other bot is currently doing this, where it shows you if the DEX banner has been paid or not. Like, for example, if I go to, okay, so this DEX has been paid. This is a tool that I'll show you guys as well a little bit later, but you see DEX has been paid, right? Really, really good stuff. Now, you even see on this coin, the distribution looks really good. I mean, top 10 holders is a little bit of a red flag, but that isn't terrible, right? If this is a good narrative and it makes sense, this might be something that you can bid. Okay, so you want to know these analytics. Now, if you go to trades, you'll see all the trades that are made. Positions, you'll see your own positions, your own orders. Now, you can see holders. So you can see who the top 10 holders is. You can see how much they hold. 5%, one person holding 5%, that's not really good. You don't really want to see one person holding 5% of the entire project, right? And that's worth 5,000. And yeah, you can see a whole bunch of analytics here, and then you see where the bundles are as well, right? This is a bundle sign, that's a bundle sign. There aren't many bundles, right? It's not too bad, but you do see there are bundles. You see this is an insider, okay? So it gives you all of this information, right? It even shows you how much of a balance they have in their soul and how much amount they have in said token, all right? So if you go to top traders, you can see all the top traders already in this pair. Person bought 3K, they sold 5K, they made a profit of 2,000. We'll go deeper into this when we go over wallet tracking and finding good wallets, but you can see the top traders in this, right? You see dev, this is the dev side, and obviously the dev is always a sniper to their own coin. Dev made $600. Seems like dev is out, all right? Because dev holds 0. So these are the analytics that you want to pay attention to. Now, usually I set my price to market cap, which we'll go over more in charts, but just to show you a little bit more analytics, you can see here the volume in a trade. All right, so you can see the 5-minute volume. In the past 5 minutes, there's been $6,000 worth of volume in this chart. That's decent, okay, for 100K market cap coin. That's not a lot of volume, but it's something, right? You see the past hour if you want, sales, buys. I like to look at 5-minute one though. All right, so you want to make sure you understand all of these analytics on the chart. See market cap here along with price, liquidity, supply is usually going to be 1 billion on pump funds, and those are the analytics that you want to pay attention to on every chart. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you a tool that I like to use, and it's called Phocaine. Now what this does is it shows you when DEX banner has been paid. Now Axiom already shows you that. It's the only bot that actually does show you that, but I just kind of like to see the banner as well, and that's really all I use it for. Besides that, like, it gives you more links as well here. What it used to do is it used to give you the search one, but again, Axiom already has that installed, which is pretty cool. And I believe, what else, open charts and new tabs, something like that. I usually just click the middle button on my mouse for that. That's another quick thing that you guys can use. Like if you're like opening multiple things, just click the middle button and boom, it opens up on any other tab. So as you can see, all of these banners are popping up right there, and then you'll just go to search up Phocaine extension and make sure it's on the Chrome web store. It's just a Google extension. You don't have to download anything. It's going to be this lion, unicorn, horse looking thing, and you're going to add that to Chrome, and it would coordinate with Axiom to fetch those details for you. So very simple, very straight to the point. Again, you don't have to download anything. Don't get drained, don't get scammed. It's just this. All right, now bot settings. You want to pay attention to this part because this is really important. So on Axiom, we have the fastest fills, the lowest fees than any other bot. Let me show you how you're going to do this. So you can buy and you can sell over here, and you can set up your presets. So for a market order buy, you can set your presets here, right? I got 0.5, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you can set up however you want according to your portfolio. Now, what you want to do is you want to go over here to presets and go to preset, and usually you want a little bit higher of a priority fee. If you got a low port, you could keep it just like this, okay, if you have a low port. But I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. You want to keep MEV protection on, and you want to put a low bribe as well. Bribe is only needed if you have MEV protection on. You don't need you don't need bribe if MEV protection is off. Now, what a MEV bot is basically a bot that comes in and sandwiches your trade, right? So let's say I go to buy this ticker right here, right? I go to buy right here where it's at. What a MEV will do is it will front run my buy and send the price all the way up here, fill me all the way up here, and then dump on me. So I lose SOL and I get a bad entry. It's the worst when it happens to you, right? So playing with MEV protection off is a little bit risky. You get a little bit of a faster fill. Now for me, every edge is important in the market. So, sometimes I'll take that risk, but especially when you're playing with a bigger port, it 100% sucks when it happens to you, right? People get MEV like crazy on these MEV bots. So MEV protection is going to save you from that. Now you can have a bribe on if you have MEV protection. Now for sell, you don't usually need MEV protection. It's rare that you get MEV'd on a sell, right? Now, for the most part, on any given trade, you will see what the recommended settings are down here. Axiom just gives it straight to you. So you don't need to ask, what settings should I use? Axiom will tell you. And this fluctuates depending on how much volume is in the market, how much volume is in a specific pair. So usually a safe, like if you want fast fills and you want the best fills, and you don't mind paying a little bit, then you want to put 0.02 and 0.02, okay? That's where you want to keep it. I keep slippage at 30% because sometimes the market does move really fast and you won't get filled when the market is moving really fast. Your transaction will just keep declining. I hate when it happens. So I'm okay with getting 30% slippage, which means the worst, let's say I put in $100 and the market is moving really, really fast. And so if the market is moving really, really fast and I try to get in here, let's say 30% is up here and I put in $100. It's going so fast. The max it will let me go is up to here before the transaction fails. And let's say it did get me in, it would have got me in with $70 instead of $100. So I lost 30% of my port just because of slippage. But in said case of, a really high volume trade, I might be happy because maybe it's moving so fast and it's just 2x's, 3x's, so that's the game you're playing with slippage. Right now for sales, completely different. You want to do maybe 50% to 100%. Okay, I just had it straight on 100% because I'd be in the trenches. So sometimes, when I want to get out of a trade, I want to get out, right? We're dealing with rugs left and right. So if it's LARP or if it's really bad, it'll go down so fast. I'd rather just get out of the freaking trade. All right, so that's why I'll keep it at 100%. It's rare that you're going to get slipped all the way to 100% though, but that's just a precaution for me. All right, 100% slippage on sales. So those are the settings that you're going to have, right? So you could have two settings, maybe one without MEV protection, one with MEV protection, one with recommended settings, maybe one with higher settings, and maybe one with the lowest settings that you can, right? You can set it up however you want. Another thing that Axiom Pro did that killed Nova, that killed Bullex, is the insta trade. I think Bullex copied at this point, but what the insta trade does is instead of a two-step click to get into a position, it's just a one-step click. You just click 0.5, you're in the position. in 2 seconds. You click sell 100%, you're out automatic. So it's a really fast filler, right? And you'll get the fastest fills in the industry at the lowest fees. Okay, so it's a game changer over here. It's a game changer. So that's how you're going to set up your fees. Now, here's another thing that you can keep in mind: buy limits and sell limits. Okay, so a sell limit, or let's go over buy limit. Let's say I want to get into this trade, but I don't like how high the price is. What I can do is I could put the sell limit down here at where I want to buy in, and then I'll put how much I want to do it for, and then I'll press buy, and when price hits this limit, it'll automatically put me in. And same for vice versa. Sell limit, let's say I'm already in the trade and I want to get out at 2x. Well, what I'll do is I'll set that limit. I'll put 100% or maybe 50% if I want to leave, you know, my initials or whatever, and then I'll sell. And then when it hits that limit, it'll automatically take me out of that trade. So that's how you set up your bot settings. That's how limit orders work. And yeah. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about volume. Now, you don't want to get into any given trade unless you see volume. Volume is usually going to be the first indicator and the best indicator of whether you're going to get into a trade or not. You don't want to get into a trade if it's dead, if it's dying, if volume is low. You want to follow volume. Volume is where the money is at. All right, volume is where the motion is at. Okay, think of it, volume is just another word for momentum. So is there momentum in this trade? Now, how do you spot volume? Now, the easiest way is you see numbers moving, right? As you're scanning, you'll see numbers moving. You see the colors changing, you'll see the volume changing up. Now, right now it's 7 a.m. so the market isn't super hot right now, but you'd be able to see volume in the case of, for example, let's see this trade I'm in here, right? There's some sort of volume in here. In the past 5 minutes, it's 12K. You see in the past hour, 291, almost 300K volume. We just had a little God candle. Okay, like this is volume. This is volume. Past 24 hours, 18 million in this trade. That's volume. Okay, and then in the past 5 minutes, even at dead hours, that's not too bad. America hasn't even really woke up yet. Maybe this runs. So that's an indicator of volume. Now, another indicator of volume is our holders going up, right? This was just at 5,000 something a few minutes ago. Holders are going up and they're going up fast, right? You see a lot of normies entering too, because it's not a lot of pro traders. It's a lot of regular holders. These are people with just phantom wallets or, you know, volume bots or whatever the case is. Now, pro traders, like I told you guys earlier, is people trading on bots, which will make you a little bit more of a professional, more of an edge. Okay, so these are the indicators of volume in a trade. Now, another indicator of volume is you want to see if people are talking about it in your alpha chats. You want to see if people are talking about it on their calling channels. And then you want to see what are they saying on Twitter about it, right? If you click anglerfish or the whole contract address, you can see smart wallets are in, a bunch of bots, some people are calling it, right? Look at this, just to start, right? You can see 200 people already viewed it, and you kind of get an idea of who's talking about it, right? That's how you spot volume in a trade. You don't want to get in volume if it's completely dead. If people aren't bidding it, don't just sit there hoping and praying that it's going to go up or some type of catalyst happens. Like, you want to go where the motion is. You want to go where people are talking about it, right? If you look on Twitter here, this is volume. 41K posts on anglerfish. Like, this is viral, okay? Like, this is going crazy. Everybody's talking about it. These are all getting views. So there's volume here, right? Now, if the market catches on, this could be a runner. This could be the runner of the day, right? Who knows? So these are indicators of volume. You see here, price is moving. Price is moving up, moving. So that's a good indication of volume, all right? So when you're scanning, you'll see coins start to pick up in volume, and it'll catch your eye. And then you click it, you do a little bit more research, and then you just make sure, is the volume real, right? Is it authentic? Is it a good narrative? And this is how you're going to catch volume. All right, family, let's get into the next one. Talk about reading the charts. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll click this chart. Now, when you're reading a chart, the first thing that I'm gonna say is you could go ahead and you can click these to favorite some of your favorite ones. I like the 1 second, 15 second, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Okay, so it just shows up in a row, easier for me, right? Now, when you're scanning and you're in the trenches, you're going to be on the 1 second chart, right? If you need to zoom out and it's a lot of noise, that's cool, especially when the coin starts to mature. Usually when it's so new, the 1 second is going to be good. But as it, grows legs and has its pumps, maybe you'll go to the 1 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, so on. But for the most part, you're going to be on a 1 second chart, okay? Because things move so fast. All right. Also, I like to look at market cap versus price. All right, I said this before, but market cap is just a lot simpler. We always talk in market cap when we're scanning, deginning. Like, it's always like, we never say, oh, it's at 0.5 cents or whatever the hell, right? We say, yo, it's at 250K market cap. So that's the chart, okay? Now, in the chart, you could play with the tools here. Now, usually in meme coins, you're not doing technical analysis. This whole thing is sentiment, right? You want to be doing research. You just want to make sure there's volume, because anything can happen at any moment. Now, don't get me wrong. You can use support and resistance and kind of check if, certain things are holding up. Now, once a coin has a lot of volume, you'll see like Fibonacci work, right? Now, Fibonacci just helps you find discounts in price, okay? And I'll go over this with you guys briefly, okay? So like what that means is, let's say for example, we wanted to get in after this leg up here, right? So what you'll do is you'll go from swing low to swing high, and you'll look for an entry. Usually 61.8 is the golden number, right? But you can see here it hit 78.6, 786 beautifully before it started holding up, right? Obviously, I don't know what's going on with this coin. You can see, if there's not volume or if the coin is LARP or whatever the case, this is bundled to hell. So, meme coins usually don't really respect these technicals until usually every distribution is evened out and it's like already at multiple millions. That's usually when you could start kind of doing some type of price action. Okay, so besides that, I just have the normal volume bot. I don't have, volume indicator that just comes standard. I don't really use indicators at all. And that's how you're going to look at charts. Okay, so always click reset chart if you get lost in a chart, and you can remove drawings, remove indicators, and just kind of keep a clean chart, right? And if you want, you could play with your settings, change colors, get creative, but for the most part, I keep it how you see it here. All right, family, so that's going to be charts for you. And then when you're in a trade as well, I'll show you this. You can share your P&L, okay? So like right now, you guys just seen this firsthand. This just went up crazy while we was doing this whole thing. If I wanted to share my P&L, I'll just go to share P&L, and you'll see how much you're up, how much you put in, how much percentage, and everything, even your Axiom code. So that's pretty good. And you share this in a group, right? Share it in wins, right? So if you're taking information from the course and you're learning and you want to share, your win, share your success, you'll take these P&Ls, download it, and just send it to the group. Send it in Discord, right? Send it to wins. So that's charts for you guys. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you some of the tools that Axiom offers, which is really cool. So they have a wallet tracker, okay, which is really nice. Now, you can see the live trades of any given trader. And we'll talk about a little bit more in depth about wallet tracking and finding wallets and things of that nature. But you already have some wallets maybe that you want to track, or you already have. You can go ahead and go to Wallet Manager and maybe import. So you can import from your Bullex, your old Bullex, or even your Raybot, and just import the JSON file in here, and you can have all the wallets that you track in here. Okay, and then you can set up alerts and things of that nature for certain people that you might want and people that you don't want. And that's going to be live trade. So you can set it up how you want it and kind of just keep it open while you scan, or open it up in another window, whatever have you. And then they also have Twitter tracker as well. So they already follow all the important people in the space. Okay. And then as people are tweeting, you'll get live updates, so any important news or any important events, you're up to date. And you're able to see it as you're scanning. You'll see it in new pairs as it pops up. Okay, so if I go to trackers here as well, right, you can go ahead and see that and kind of play around with that as you please. Okay, guys, so this is really cool. For the Twitter tracker, I'm pretty sure they lock it until you've traded a little bit. I think it's like 5 SOL in volume, which is easy. I mean, you could just put in a 2.5 SOL buy on a dead coin, for example, and then sell it at break even, and boom, you unlocked it, right? That's 5 SOL in volume, right? Or just take a few trades. It really doesn't take long, 1 or 2 days trading in the trenches, you'll unlock that, right? And these are just really cool things to have in your arsenal, right? Especially because Axiom, they were the first ones to do it, and they're kind of doing it the best. I really love it. So you guys saw earlier that you can actually see the traders on your chart as well. For example, check this out, Gideon, Anglefish, right? You can see he's clipping out, right? You can see, boom, boom, exactly how much they're buying, how much they're holding, all that stuff. So it's a pretty good indicator, right? You see enough people buying the same coin, that might be something you want to look at, right? So that's just a basic overview on trackers, guys. And just remember, like, yeah, you have to unlock this, but it's definitely worth it. And not only that, but remember, like, you get paid Solana back as you trade in your rewards. So that's a really cool feature. So take advantage, run it up, and these are the tools of Axiom. In this video, I'm going to show you what migration is. And what migration pretty much is when a coin is migrating, right, moving over to the Radium pool. Okay, now the Radium pool is basically Solana's liquidity pool, and you see Musk just migrated over. Now what that means is now this went from the pump fund trenches, right, into decentralized exchanges, just like that. Right now, still there might be some work that needs to be done, right? Maybe getting decks paid, building a community around it, getting socials with this specific ticker. But for now, it has shown it already has potential. It already has a certain level of virality, or whatever the case might be, that brought it into the Radium pool. So when you see a coin migrating, you're not going to be able to touch it. You're not going to be able to get into the coin until it's done migrating. It could take anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. When on-chain trading is really hot, I've seen it take like an hour or a little bit more, right? So when you're in those coins, sometimes you might want to, right, like snipe into a coin or snipe out of a coin. And I'll break that down in the next video. But that's exactly what migration is, right? For those who are wondering, what is migration? What is, the bonding curve, right? The bonding curve is just how long till it actually gets into the migration, right? And you see the migration curve on this little green square. This is obviously close to bonding, so it's almost full, right? This is some type of, it looks fishy, but yeah, you can see things are not quite there yet, but you see it's almost halfway there. That's how you see how close it is to bonding, just like really quick on Axiom, right? Once it bonds, you see it there, and that's where it can become some type of big play later down the line. Okay, so when you want to snipe trades on Axiom, there is the snipe settings here, and it's very simple. You can set your slippage to whatever amount. I wouldn't go too crazy on slippage because you want to get a good snipe, so anywhere from 20 to 40%, right? If you want to go that big. The priority fee is how fast this fee will get filled. The higher the priority fee, the faster the fill will get. So you don't want to use like lower settings like how we usually trade. When you're sniping, you might want to use kind of a higher priority fee, but you can test it with lower priority fees and just play around with it. And then the bribe is if you have MEV protection on with this whole thing. Now RPC, that's a little bit advanced, like if you're trading with RPC, and this is, some features that are coming out soon. Now, when the coin is migrating, you will see instead of quick buy, it's going to say snipe, and for the same amount that you have here. So whatever you're trying to snipe, you're going to make sure you have that amount here. If it's a soul, 2 soul, whatever the case is, it's going to change here, and then that's going to be the snipe amount. Okay, family, so that's how you snipe in Axiom. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you real quick some advanced sell settings. So if a coin is migrating, you could go to sell, click advanced, and you can sell right on migration. This is gonna be a snipe. So if a coin is migrating and you're stuck in a coin and you want to sell fast, then you'll go here. Or if you just want to sell a portion right upon migration, however you want to do it, you'll just sell the percentage here, place order, and right on migration is going to snipe that for you. And then also dev sales, right? Sometimes you don't need a dev in a token in order for the project to be successful. So what you're going to do is if the dev sells, you buy. Or if it's a coin where you need the dev and they're dumping on the coin right when when the dev sells, you'll just automatically get out of that coin. So you'll just press place order 100%, and that way that saves you from getting rugged on by any scammy dev. So yeah, those are a few advanced features for you guys on Axiom Pro. Now again, some people are using Nova for these things, but using Nova kind of defeats the whole purpose of the lower fees, and you don't make any Solana, you don't get any rewards by trading on. You want to use Axiom. It's not any slower than Nova. Some people say it's Nova is faster, but usually those are people that are faster. I think it's kind of like just in the way, kind of annoying. Personally, I like to stick to Axiom. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you real quick what RickBot is. So basically what it does is it pulls the contract address information and gives you all of the statistics of that contract address. Okay, so when we're scanning, you're going to see us sending a lot of CAs, and RickBot just automatically gives you that info. So you can see here, I'll copy the contract address, like eggs is a narrative, whatever. I'll go ahead, I'll paste it here, and then RickBot automatically shows you what the market cap is where I sent it, 236K. It shows the liquidity, it shows the volume, it shows in the past hour how much is up, and you know, a few more things. They'll burn, mint is K. It even shows you bundle, okay, any bundles left within the project. So that's what RickBot really is. There are a few more features, but I mean that's more like advanced, like P&L stuff, like seeing people's P&Ls, things of that nature. But for the most part, we use it for scanning, and that's what Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to put together your trading setup with all the tools that you get in Rage. So the first thing that you want to do is download Vivaldi. This is a browser that allows you to kind of edit your space in a certain way, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Before I do, go to extensions, go to Google Chrome Store on Vivaldi and download Hide Discord Sidebar. Then what you're going to do is go into Discord on the browser, and this hides the sidebar like so, and it hides the servers for you as well. So then you'll go to crypto Twitter, for example, and you'll have your Axiom open, and then you'll click this down here, page tiling. You'll go to tile vertically, and then boom, now it's set up in such a way where none of the servers or anything are in the way, the sidebar is not in the way, and you just get instant alerts with the Twitter monitor. Okay, you could do the same with the wallet tracker. I have another screen here where I just have wallet tracker open on another Vivaldi window, and yeah, that's pretty much how you're gonna set it up. So this is gonna be the best setup for you guys. Makes it way more, you know, faster for you. You can see things faster. Guys, this Twitter monitor catches the tweets before Twitter even catches the tweets, or X, whatever you want to call it, right? Super fast, next level. The wallet tracker as well, instant updates. These are the best tools that you're going to get in the game, and you guys have access to it. So definitely lock in. This is going to help you, especially trade seriously on a way different level. And I just wanted to show you my setup and probably the best way you can set it up. All right guys, I hope you got some value from that video. We just went over every single thing that you need to know on putting together your trading setup. Now guys, if you're not already in the community, like I said, you're missing out. We have the full course A to Z. I'm not charging you $1 for it. We have all of these extra tools. Go ahead and tap in, link in description. The community is catching W's every single day. We're scanning together, we're trading together. Don't just trade alone. Find your tribe. Guys, we're going to run it up this cycle. Tap in. Let me know what you want to see more of, and I'll see you in the next video.